So everybody, just free one up again. I just wanted to talk about The Dark Knight Rises. Basically, what did you think about the movie? I'm pretty sure I know most of the answers, but I want to know, like, sort of I want to read your in-depth thoughts about the movie. You know, did you like it? Did you compare it to the second one? Did you compare it to the Avengers? You know, well, how do you think it did? You know, between 1, 2, and 3. You know, do you think it's the best one? You think it's the worst one? You think Batman Begins? Because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this movie. They say it's not even better than Part 1. Like, I know it ain't better than The Dark Knight, because the Joker, man, he's Ledger. For real. Alright, bruh. But I mean, I don't. Me personally, I don't like to compare The Dark Knight Rises to The Dark Knight. I like to look at it as one big film, or a continuation to the story. It's like I'm not gonna compare it to The Dark Knight and then determine if it's a good movie or not. If I don't think it's better than The Dark Knight, you know, he's like, oh, it wasn't even better than Part 2, so I'm gonna give it a trash rating. I'm gonna just trash it real quick. You know, I ain't gonna think about nothing else. If it ain't better than Part 2. You know, man, you gotta top the Joker. When it comes to the Joker and Bane, it's hard to top the Joker. Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, I think was an overall better movie when you look at the entire movie. Now, when you look at the main villain, it's a different story. Bane, obviously, you know, I ain't gonna say obviously, but not better. He's not better. He's not a better villain than the Joker. I'm gonna just put it out there and say he's not better than the Joker. It's not like I didn't, but it's not like I didn't enjoy his performance. I mean, the stuff he did. I almost don't like saying the Joker's better than him, because people they jump on that bandwagon like, oh yeah, I know it, man. You can't nobody beat the Joker. You know, when they start thinking about, you know, why don't you watch The Dark Knight first, or right now? Then I'm talking about the Rises, bro. Bane did stuff in the movie. Bane did better stuff in the movie than Joker did, and Joker did better stuff than Bane did. For starters, Bane beat the crap out of Batman. Beat the crap out of him. He pretty much crumbled the city with explosives, you know. The opening of the movie is Bane. You know, action with Bane. You know, he's like, it was like, if I take that mask off, will you die? He's like, it will be very painful. And it was like, you're a big guy? He was like, for you. I guess he's like, it'll be very, very painful for you. Because he's gonna like crush your skull or something like that. They beat Batman with his bare hands. You know? Not many people can say that. The stuff Bane did in the movie, in a way, was more successful than the Joker did, because they almost freaking succeeded in what they did. The Joker, this is me not wanting to compare the two. It's like people like to compare them. They're gonna compare them regardless. I went to see The Dark Knight once. Dark Knight Rises 3 times. Doesn't mean anything, but let's see. Bane is an excellent villain. I mean, I kept the fight scene. It's like, even though there were only 2 fight scenes, the fight scene was was freaking sweet, too sweet, man. Anybody that can beat Batman and hang with him, you know, is worthy of, you know, admiration, or I don't know what you want to call it, likeage. Let's see. What do you guys think of Bane? What do you think of Bane compared to Joker? I'm gonna ask y'all that, and everybody wanna ask. What do y'all think of Bane compared to Joker? No, he can't even touch the Joker because he ain't got no purple suit and green hair. Yeah. You know what I was thinking about during the movie? I was thinking about Christopher Nolan's version of these villains. and how they all would fit if there was one movie with all of them in it. Like if it was a movie with Dark Knight Rises, if Bane was in it, Joker was in it. Like, what if Joker and Bane had a conversation or something like that? You know, every time Bane talked to somebody, he's pretty much intimidating the guy. You know, and he gets his way. My thing is like, if Bane talked to Joker, he'd probably him Joker up, grab him by the suit, and pick him up, and Joker probably be talking like for some reason Bane wouldn't be able to kill Joker because of something Joker did to prevent him from doing it. Or he'd probably spray his little stuff in his flower stuff in his face and affect him some kind of way, his mask, without having to knock his mask off. You know, that's just how Joker is. But Bane, he was an excellent finish to the series. This movie was an excellent finish to the series, to the trilogy. And what's her name? Anne Hathaway, the girl that plays Selena Kyle. She was real good, excellent. When I was watching the movie, she when they danced, her and Bruce Wayne, I was kind of comparing that dance to the dance from Batman Returns when Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne danced. You know, I'm like, all right, and she did a real good job. It was like, I like both of them. Michelle Pfeiffer, when they danced, she did some kind of a laugh, and she kind of embarrassed Bruce Wayne. He was looking all around, and he was like, you know, she made it dramatic too. And Anne Hathaway did a real good job. It was real good seeing them fight together at certain points, you know. And it's almost like they were building her up for another movie. Her in this, you know, in this movie, they're building her up for. It's like teasing people, you know. I'm like, man, you don't build her up if you ain't gonna make another one. This is gonna be your last one. Don't build Catwoman up like this, you know. And then we'll make everybody want to see more of her, you know. But he working on Superman now. He might come back and do it again, but I hope nobody touches it, and he come back and make a fourth one with everybody in it. You know, not Bane, of course, because I don't know, pick somebody else. But what else? Jim Gordon had a really good role. It's like he's kind of, every time I think of him, I think of The Professional, the movie The Professional. He was like, Natalie Portman was in it, you know, and he was the police guy. He like, I want you to get every cop down here. And he like, everyone, he like, everyone, and he hollered. That was Jim Gordon, you know. But I liked his part of the movie. He really, even though he got injured in the movie, he really got down and did some dirty cop work in the movie later on. You know, and he kind of like led the charge of certain stuff. That whole fight with police officers against Bane's troops and the prisoners, that was pretty much Gordon and Blake, the cop. While I'm on Blake, he did a really good job at his character. There's a lot of characters in this movie, and they did a really good job. Nolan did a really good job in covering all of them. Everybody got a lot of story time, and it wasn't boring. It was, you can see the morality in Blake, the cop, you know, and you'll see why later on in the movie. Why he's this, what do you call it? He got so much integrity. You'll see why at the end of the freaking movie. But I liked his role, you know. When he talks to Bruce Wayne, it's kind of it's always an interesting conversation when Blake talks to Bruce Wayne, you know. And I personally like how many people Bane kills. I count like 10, 20, 30. I don't know. With his bare hands, man. It's like whenever you punch, he just kills. I don't know. When he's fighting Batman the first time, Batman knew he was losing. I like when he kicked Batman up the stairs, like boom, he's climbing up the stairs, and Batman finally got up. He let out that adrenaline rush yell, like he know he need to do something or he gonna lose, you know. That's that desperation yell. Then he got knocked right down. Bop! I was like, dang! But It was a really emotional fight, and it's like the sweet part about the fight was his boys. Bane they was sitting up there with their guns. They were just watching the fight. They wasn't saying a word. They wasn't jumping in. They wasn't helping. Even when Batman took Bane down, they still with him because they knew Bane could handle even somebody like Batman. And it was sweet. I like how they just wasn't helping. Like, yeah, he got this. They're looking at him like, you know how Agent Smith, all of Smith was looking at him fight Neo by himself, and they were just sitting there like watching him go past. Like, that's kind of how he's looking at Bane. Like, at the end, they didn't reference Joker at all in the movie, and Christopher Nolan said they weren't going to do that. And I guess it's, you know, rightfully so. The Dark Knight is a freaking masterpiece, and I believe this one is a masterpiece too. Dark Knight Rises. He just want to leave it as it is, up to everybody's imagination. It's kind of a lot of stuff to think about. What do you guys think about the movie? What do you think about Blake's performance and Jim Gordon's performance? You know, the story. I personally think the story in this movie is the best story in the trilogy. A lot of people don't think about it like that. When they think about part 2, they think about the Joker, and that's it. Like, oh, it's just the Joker that he just overshadows everything, you know. But you can read a story, you know. And I think the third one had a better story than part 2. It doesn't mean that Bane was better than the Joker. It just means it had a better story. It covers so many aspects so well. It was a serious movie. It was a drama movie, and then it turned into like a pretty much full-on action movie at the end. It was realistic action. That's why I don't like comparing it to the action from the Avengers. You know, you got Thor with his lightning. Unrealistic action, but who cares? It's Thor. It was a different type of action, you know. At the end, it's just full-out action, explosions, you know. I like the relationship Catwoman has to Batman, you know, how she talks to him. It's like when he led her to that motorcycle, the Bat motorcycle, and he was like telling her how to do something, and then she like, I got it. She cut him off while he was talking. She like, just go ahead. He said, just turn it on and drive. And she cut him off like, I got it. Or he like, okay, whatever, you know. But when they was fighting together, fighting against Bane's men, he knocked the gun out of her. She was shooting him first before he got there. He was like, he knocked the gun out of her hand when they started fighting. He like, no guns, no killing. And she like, you gotta be kidding me, you know. And they fought without shooting, you know. I was like, all right, that's kind of, you got Batman's morality in the fight, you know. But I really liked her in this movie. Really liked her. Another person I liked was I think it was the chief, the guy. I don't know his name. I still don't know his name. He was in Full Metal Jacket. He was Private Joker in Full Metal Jacket. Private Joker. And it was chasing the Batman in a police car. He's like, I'm gonna do something Jim Gordon never could. He's like, I'm gonna take down the Batman. He had that funny smirk on his face. He cracked me up with that. Every time he laughed, he cracked me up. You know, he's like he's trying to turn off that comedian, and he can turn it on whenever he wants. But anyway, the movie was amazing in my opinion. The ending was I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you or anything, but it was a really good ending to the series, and it almost let you feel like that there's gonna be another one. That's why I'm looking like they build up all these characters, and you ain't gonna have no more. You know? Who else? There's somebody I'm forgetting. A man's in it. Scarecrow. Everybody, he kind of got a famous line. He like, death by exile. That was funny when he did that part. It was real funny. There's somebody else in it I'm trying to think of that I didn't talk about. Man, Alfred, he does a good job as the butler this time. When they get him acting like a real butler this time, like on certain parts when he's talking to the people that's the food caterers. He like, why are your people going? I can't do his way. He said, why are you people using the main stairwell? You know, it was butler talk, like, you ain't supposed to be using that stairwell. You know, go somewhere else, go through another way. You know, and Fox, Lucius Fox had a really good part. He had some funny parts. It was a part real funny when Bruce Wayne ended up answering his own door. He was like, he opened the door, and Fox was looking this way. He was like, you answering your own door? He was like, yeah. I cracked up. I think I was the only one in the theater laughing. Stuff like that made me laugh. You're like, you answering your own door? You know, Lucius Fox, Morgan Freeman, the veteran on the set. You know, pretty much. Him and I guess Alfred. But yeah, what do you guys think about the movie? I'm not gonna spoil the ending. It's a couple spoilers I did in this video, but I don't like comparing. Well, man, no, I ain't gonna say that. You can just, if you ain't seen it, forget it. But man, Ra's al Ghul makes an appearance, and he cold as Ra's al Ghul. You know, kind of talking to Bruce Wayne. The whole scene when Bruce Wayne rises from the pit is just really good. You know, and they tell him the story about who rise. You know, you get why it's called Dark Knight Rises. You know, when he's trying to rise from the pit. In these trailers, I was like, man, where's Bruce Wayne at? Will he be in prison or something? You know, he's sort of in a place like that, trying to rise from this place. You know, and the movie is themed around this word "rise," and you'll see why. If you pay attention to the movie a lot, you'll see, you understand a lot. There's a lot of references to the word "rise." You know, a lot of references to the mask. People wearing masks in the movie. Bane was like, "Before I put on the mask, no one cared who I was." You know. Mask cold. But anyway, what do you guys think about the movie? I know this video going on a little too long. As an overall movie, I think it is the best one out of the series. If the Joker, it almost wasn't enough of the Joker. Sometimes it's a Nolan movie. It's like in that movie Joker was so good, but it's the same type of movie. He put a lot of emphasis on all the characters, just like he did in this movie. But people wanted more of the Joker. That's the thing. That's why some people won't get that this movie is so good. He did the same thing in this movie. It's just the villain, arguably, is not as good as the Joker. Bane. When Bane fights, it doesn't matter. He is then. Bane doesn't play around. He breaks stuff when he fights. He breaks people, just like he say, then I will break you. You know, that one scene when he fight Batman, he like, oh, I was wondering what would break first, your spirit, and he pick him up, or your body, cracked him, broke him in half. All right, that's about it. I'm gonna put spoilers over the top because I couldn't help but spoil a little bit. I like this freaking movie a lot. What do you guys think about the movie? Give me your thoughts in the comment. Give me like your in-depth thoughts, because it's like I've been reading about reading comments and everything about the movie for so long since it came out. Like, I just want to see you guys' thoughts about it and how what do you think about the series as a whole, and what do you think about Christopher Nolan going on to do the Man of Steel? Is it going to be as good as the Batman series or trilogy or not? What do you think? That's about it. Yeah. There's so much stuff I want to say about the movie, but it's just not coming to mind because so much stuff, I got to remember it, you know. It'll come to me as soon as I shut the camera off. I know for a fact. But that's it. Tell me your thoughts, opinion about the movie, about the series. And that's all. Peace out. Energize.